You need to get rich now. I don't know how else to put it in simple language. You need to panic, stop sleeping, feel nervous, get worried, and get rich now before the schism is so large in the universe that the wormhole closes and brokies cannot escape perpetual and never-ending slavery for their entire dynasty of their bloodline. You have shit to do. What do you mean festival? You have things to do. You have to escape slavery. I'm gonna go movies with my girlfriend. You wasted your fucking time. Next time your girlfriend says, let's go movies, are you gonna sit and think, wait, I went movies with a bitch in 2015, and now I'm not rich. Now this new bitch trying to make me go to a movie again. I'm still not rich, need money instead, and say, no, I'm locked in. I'm getting rich. Stand by me and enjoy the fruits of my labor or be gone. Maybe all the poor people who go, I don't want to be poor, I've tried hard, are lying. And if you get to know these people, they're not even nice people. And they snake their friends, and they lie, and they cheat, because good people who work hard seem to always win. By logical extension, anyone who has not won is not a good person who works hard. Somewhere along the line, there's something wrong with you. Now it is Darwinism. Those who do not benefit do not deserve to benefit. Act or fail.
When I hear people say, oh, it's hard, or I don't have time, etc., all you're doing is telling me you're a loser.
I am hundreds of feet underground. This entire salt mine was dug out by hand. Men with pickaxes, grit, and determination. Men who had to feed their families. Men who were dedicated enough to suffer so that the people they loved did not have to suffer. They were down here in the pitch black. It turns out the economic prospects have never been too great, have they? They've never been bright. There's no reason for you to complain now that the bankers or the economic situation has made it too difficult for you to get rich. Because since men were men, it's always been difficult to get rich. You had to risk your entire life, your physical safety to make enough money to afford food to eat. And now you stand a chance to get monumentally wealthy by typing on a keyboard, and you're complaining that somehow it is difficult. It's always been difficult. It's always been hard, and hard men win.
You're actually living in a period of time where it's easier to succeed, and it's better to be a man than it's ever been. You should show some respect to the men who did amazing things, whether they died in a ditch in some forgotten war or dug out this entire salt mine by hand to feed their families. And the easiest way to show them some respect is to dedicate yourself.
If you lose, you deserve to lose because you didn't take action. If you take action, you will win. You have no excuse to not make money. All you have to do is try. I'm tired of yelling at you people. There's only so much you can do to inspire a sheep to become a wolf. Most people go through their entire adult life without trying 100% hardly ever. Even when you go to the gym, you don't try 100%. Do you really try 100% with work? Don't do it if you're not going to try. It's a bad habit to spend time and waste it. It's a bad habit to go, oh, I tried. Yeah, at least I went. It's going that matters. If you're going to go, do it. If you're going to do it right. There's no point in half doing anything. You may as well have not done it at all. I am a much larger proponent of larger risks and larger rewards. If you want to learn about self-help, if you want to understand yourself and see what kind of man you really are and learn how to fight through adversity and learn how to control your mind and learn how to struggle, then you can go to the boxing gym and you can get your ass kicked. You need to get in the gym, walk in there and say, I'm going to fight the best fighter here every single day and not quit until you can eventually beat him. Most people are not man enough for that. And they'll sit there and try and talk to me about mindset. I learned my mindset in battle. My mindset is 87 professional fights. I don't need to read a self-help book. I don't need to read about motivation or confidence. And reality is always going to be a better teacher than a book, because my coach used to say, if it doesn't hurt, you didn't learn. It's the same with entire life. You see people make the same mistake over and over again until it eventually goes really wrong. Only then they'll change. So I learned how to become self-disciplined and become self-motivated and work hard. And I learned how to face adversity and find strength within myself I didn't know I had, because people were trying to kill me inside of a cage. And you cannot replicate that by reading pages of a book. No. I think as a young man, if you want to get your life better, the most important thing you have are your waking hours. You need to be out competing all the other people on the planet who are hyper competitive. And if you think you have 8 hours to sit there and just read a book, you are wasting your time. You are too slow and you are going to lose against people like me. A lot of people say, oh, I have confidence issues. And I say, if I was you, I would have confidence issues. If you're not proud of yourself, You probably don't deserve to be proud of yourself, so you're not going to feel happy. Confidence comes from competence. The reason I'm confident is because I'm good at everything. The things I'm not good at, I'm not confident in, of course, and I know what they are. I either hire or I just don't want to do it. Yeah, I'm absolutely and utterly confident because I'm absolutely and utterly competent, and that takes practice and discipline and motivation, and you need to fail a few times. You need to get up. That's how it comes down to. And when people say, oh, I have competence issues, usually I can look them up and down and say, yeah, if I was you, I would completely and utterly struggle with confidence issues. If I'm unhappy with something and I'm uncomfortable with something, I fix it. I would be able to take all of that discomfort and turn it into endless energy to get the problem fixed. These people seem to sit and say, I'm really unhappy with X, but then stay doing X. So I don't believe they're truly actually unhappy. What you'll notice if you live life long enough is that somebody will sit and say to you, I'm unhappy being a loser. I just sit at home and play video games 7 days a week. And maybe 3 days of the week, they're unhappy doing that. But 4 days of the week doesn't really bother them. Because if it bothered them 7 days a week, guess what? Yeah. So I have very little sympathy for people. And that's not because I'm not a nice person, but it's because I've been so hard on myself and I've been through so much pain and trauma myself. Some of it self-inflicted, some of it given to me by God to make me a better person. Why would I feel pity for somebody who took the easy route when I took the hardest possible route? Because as a man, you can be anything you decide you want to be. That's the beauty of being a male. You can build your character completely from the ground up, just like a video game. I was not born a world champion kickboxer. I was not born this intelligent or intellectual. I was not born this rich. I became these things myself. So I deserve all the spoils of war. And anybody who decides they don't want to work hard enough to become those things, then they deserve to sit and accept they're my inferior. When I didn't have enough money to buy whatever I wanted, I couldn't fall asleep at night. Because I understood there are people out there that did, and I didn't see them as better than me. I have had a very painful life. I still think to a degree I do, but I can't imagine living any other way. I can't imagine living in this idea, this utopian, hedonism. It's degenerate. I think the only thing you can do that's not degenerate is usually be fighting a battle or solving a problem. Is my life difficult? Yeah. Am I complaining about that? No. In fact, I'd hate it for it to be any other way.
Easy? It's not an option, but it's worth fighting. It's worth giving yourself a chance. It's worth mustering yourself up, standing up inside yourself. It's worth fighting relentlessly, never giving up.
There are moments in your life that you feel overwhelmed by life, by your own circumstances, by struggles. Life has a way of humbling you.
You're going to feel awkward and stupid and dumb sometimes. At times you won't want to come out the house.
You're going to fail, and you're going to be in your head. You could be saying, I'm not good enough.
But it's okay.
It's a part of the deal.
The real challenge of growth comes when you get knocked down. How you handle it, that's where the growth takes place. You want to take responsibility for your life. I got me here, I can get me out of this.
If somebody came and knocked you down, there ain't nothing you can do about it. But if I come back a week later and you're still on the ground, we got a problem. The way you were born, what happened to you is not your fault. But doggone it, you're still on the ground after 20 years? If you get knocked down, there's nothing you can do about it. But getting back up has every single thing to do with you. You are not the only person that's been through a divorce, boo. Get over it. You're not the first one they let go of. You won't be the last one. The question is, what you gonna do about it?
You can permit it to let it hold you down, or you can decide, I'm not going to let that happen to me.
You gotta get gritty, man. You gotta develop some dog in you.
You have to learn to turn and look at every obstacle as an opportunity. Your pain ain't permanent. It might last for a second. It might last for a minute. It might last for months. But sooner or later, if you do not surrender, if you do not give up, it will subside.
Come on, you need to remember, this is not the first time you cried. This is not the first time you were hurt. This is not the first diagnosis that came up from behind.
There's gonna be some scars. The scars gonna come. We gonna take some L's. We gonna get hurt. We all go through it. You think you're the only one? Get up. Your mama needs you. Your daddy needs you. Your children need you. Get up. Life ain't gonna be easy. Ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing. Life's still gonna happen while you trying to blow up. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. What will you do with your pain? Will you let it break you, or will you let it redefine you?
You've got to decide to be relentless. You've got to decide never to give up. You've got to find some reasons within yourself that will give you the stamina when life catches you on the blind side to keep on calling and coming back again and again and again.
You get to the point where enough is enough. Doors start opening. Opportunities start happening. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit during the process. You better not feel sorry for yourself. You better get up and fight. You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. When you have nothing left, that's when it's showtime. At the end of pain is your promise. When you find a way out of no way, when you find breath that you don't have, when you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way. Life gonna whip your butt. Life is gonna bully you. Stop crying. Let it hit you, but don't let it punk you. If you're gonna be successful in this game, you gotta know it's a dog fight and you gotta go get that fight. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. And you don't get here by quitting when you're tired. You get here by quitting when you finish. Greatness is in you. But the problem is somebody's got to push you. The problem is somebody's got to give you a reward. You're still looking for someone to save you when you already your superhero. It's just time for you to get up and be the best version of you. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care what you're going through. If you're not dead, he ain't through with you yet. As long as that breath in your nostrils, you still in the game. You still can win.
I may be sick, I may be crazy, I may be confused, but I'm not dead yet. Some people live in the cemetery of their failures. And I want to say to somebody who's fallen, or everybody hates you, and everybody walked away from you, don't live where they left you. Whatever it takes for me to get out, I got to get out of here. I will not die on drugs. I will not die in depression. I will not die where you met me.
Some of y'all in this room, when you paralyzed, you done what nobody else in your family has done, and now you chill? Come on, you ain't hungry no more? What have you done? What have you accomplished that got you so full? Every single year, your appetite should go up. You should never get settled. You should never get content. Every single year, I want to execute. I want to make all my dreams become a reality. So my appetite increases. It gets stronger every year.
You talk to people and they're content. They're like, oh, I'm happy with what I've got. I'm like, why? Because there's people who have a whole bunch more than you. And I was never content having a normal life. I wanted an exceptional life. I didn't want a normal car, a normal house, a normal girlfriend. I didn't want none of that. I was like, no. There's dudes out here that have the best. Why do they deserve the best and I don't deserve the best?
I lived my life when I was poor, furious at the fact I was poor. Because my ego, and I'll be honest, my ego is at a point where I didn't understand how other people can afford Ferraris and I can't. I would be 18, walk into college, and a Ferrari would drive past. And it would ruin my week. And everyone would be like, what's wrong with you? And I'd be like, don't you see? This fat can buy a Ferrari and I can't. I'm just as good as him, if not better. I couldn't stand the fact that there are people who could do things I couldn't. So this gave me unlimited motivation to get rich. Now, I found a way to get rich, and I believe that anyone who really, truly wants to get rich will get rich, one way or another.
You need to realize you got a few short years as a young man. You're wasting it.
You're avoiding pain. I've been through endless. I now have everything I've ever desired. You have none of the things you desire. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Is it an easy way out? Am I supposed to look at you and go, oh, poor dude? No. You were a fucking coward. So you deserve your substandard reality. That's what you deserve. You're a fucking loser. Because if you actually wanted it and you actually tried, you'd have it. You could have anything you want. Universe is super giving. There's not a car I can't have. There's not a house I can't buy. If I want to go to a yacht, if I want to go to Antarctica, there's nothing I can't have. Bam. Because I've decided to become this man. It's the same for absolutely every single one of you at home. If you're sitting there saying, oh, but I tried my best and I still didn't get it, you're lying. You didn't try your best.
The only shortcut to life is to never miss a day. One, because of compounding interest. And two, because sometimes you get lucky. And you'll never miss a lucky day if you try every day. If you don't try every day, you might miss your lucky day.